In this session, the eukaryotic gene structure will be explained and discussed in detail. The eukaryotic gene structure maybe is a bit different from the prokaryotic gene structure. Eukaryotic gene structure contains many regions which are important for the mRNA formation. The genetic code actually lies in the transcription area, whereas outside the transcription area there are enhancer and promoter region which will help the mRNA formation. The transcription area are being divided into three groups. The introns, intervening sequences are between the exons which code for the mRNA, and the non-coding region at the 5' and 3' end both, where at the 5' end the RNA polymerase binds with the DNA sequence. Here is the structure, the pictorial representation of the eukaryotic gene structure. Between the enhancer region, the transcription unit lies actually. The beginning of the transcription unit is been represented by a data box, and the promoter region contains the data box as well as the cat box. The exons and introns are embedded inside the transcription unit. So the transcription unit contains the expressed sequences called exons, and the non-coding intervening sequences called the introns. And the 5' non-coding sequence is required for the polymerase to bind with the DNA nucleotides. A trailing 3' non-coding sequence is also a part of the transcriptional unit. Intervening sequences between two consecutive exons are found in the eukaryotic gene structure. It also as part of the transcription unit. They actually do not code for the proteins and must be removed from the before the mRNA formation. And the process of removing introns from the genetic code is something called splicing. And introns are not highly conserved, just opposite to the exons. And introns are the non-coding parts of the nucleotides which are essential to be removed from the mRNA sequence to prevent the formation of incorrect protein synthesis. The coding sequence actually lie in the exons which are separated out by the introns, and they will be transcribed into mature mRNA. Actually mRNA matches with the coding sequence of the coding strand of DNA, and which will be formed from the template strand of DNA. After the mRNA has been copied, it undergoes to a technique called post transcription modification, and the exons are highly conserved sequences, whereas introns are less conserved sequence. They actually frequently changes with time, whereas exons are highly conserved and they do not change frequently with the time. There are many differences between exons and introns in their function in the genome. Outside the transcription unit, as we have seen in the structure, there is a cat box and data box. Data box represents the beginning of the genetic information, and the enhancers also regulate the occurrence timing and amount of transcription occur on the DNA strand. The 3' flanking region also regulates the mRNA formation. Multiple enhancers may occur many hundreds of nucleotides upstream. The promoter sequence lie on the upstream side of the gene, and they may lie several kilobases away from the transcription start site. Transcription complex can cause the DNA to bend back on itself, which allows the placement of regulatory sequences far from the actual site of the transcription. The data box, which represented by the sequence TATAAA, which in turn binds a data binding protein, which assists in the formation of the RNA polymerase transcription complex. The data box typically lie very close to the transcription start site, often 35 to 50 bases. So, as seen in this picture, RNA polymerase 2 is attached with the DNA sequence at the promoter region. Then the exons, after the introns are being removed by a process called splicing, the exons are linked together to form the primary transcript. After splicing, it undergoes through a capping and polyadenylation process. Cap is being added to the beginning of the mRNA, and a polytail is being added to the end of the mRNA sequence. And it reaches at the ribosome, the protein synthesis site, and the protein sequence is being generated. So the process of something called gene expression is the encoding of polypeptide to make it is being represented in terms of two steps. DNA is being converted into RNA, then RNA is being converted into protein. So DNA is being converted into RNA by a method called transcription, whereas during transcription one strand of the gene's DNA is being copied into RNA. So this strand is called the template strand, and the corresponding strand which represents which matches with the mRNA sequence is called the sense strand or coding strand. And during translation, the nucleotide sequence of the mRNA has been decoded to a specific protein as the sequence of amino acid is formed. So this actually is been happening at the ribosome, where the which is called the protein synthesis site. The central dogma of molecular biology represents two operations, transcription and translation. It is a continuous operation, whereas DNA is being converted into an mRNA by means of something called transcription, and mRNA is coding for protein sequence by a method called translation. So the mRNA, tRNA and rRNA put together perform the translation operation, whereas for transcription we need the template strand of DNA for the preparation of mRNA. This is the eukaryotic genetic gene structure.